Hello, my beautiful Tauruses. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good night. How are you feeling? How you doing, Taurus? I love you guys. Y'all all right? Happy Sunday. This is the last Sunday of the year of 2024. So I'm going to get right into it. Taurus, you have someone in your energy, okay? I feel like, Taurus, that you have done a lot of healing, a lot of work on yourself um with this three of swords, but I feel like what we got here is the three of swords, the hangman, the four of cups, the magician in the reverse, the wheel of fortune in the reverse, and the 1111 in the upright, along with the emperor in reverse at the bottom of the deck. So with this three of swords, okay, the magician is clarifying this three of swords. So this is telling me, Taurus, that you have been through a lot of hurt and pain when it comes down to connections, family ship, relationships, whatever it is that's interacting with people. You have been manipulated a lot, but you have done a lot of healing because the three of swords came out in the reverse. You have done a lot of healing from being manipulated, okay? In your past. All right. I also feel like there is somebody that you have been thinking about, or you are on somebody's mind very heavy. Okay. Well, you got the wheel of fortune here, Taurus, which is clarifying the hangman. So whatever this is, it's telling me that this could be somebody recently you met or recently you're dealing with. They are thinking about you heavy. Okay. I also feel like um this is in the now. This could be you. Okay. If it's not you, this is definitely somebody in your present moment now that is still going through some karma. Okay. You have healed from manipulation, but as you can see here, my beautiful Tauruses, is that you have the wheel of fortune in the reverse and the hangman in the reverse as well. Okay. Which you will call that the upright. Okay. um Someone is still have a lot of healing to do mentally. I feel like whoever this could be you, even though your heart has healed, Taurus, you still have a lot of mental, I feel like you have a lot of mental karma, a lot of mental karmic cycles that you have to finish. Okay. um but I also see that it could be blocking you from going towards your abundance, the 1111, your happiness, your abundance. Because I see you, Taurus, as being very stubborn, okay? But I feel like this stubborn is nothing that you just woke up one day and you just stubborn, which that's what the bull is. Y'all are stubborn, you bullheaded, when you set your mind to something, that is exactly what you're going to do, and there's no changing about it. But I feel like whatever this hangman is, along with this wheel of fortune, this has a lot to do with your mentalness. You need to do some healing on your mental thought, your consciousness, your subconscious, because that is what's going to hold you back from your happiness. And you have the 1111 here, which is happiness, new beginnings, okay, abundance. But you also have the Four of Cups here. And spirit guides trying to bring you in blessings, but you're still looking back over things that has happened to you in your past. This can be growing up, friendship, relationships. It is stopping you from allowing spirit God to bring in your fulfillment. Like if one day you want to be married, one day you want to get that house, one day you want to accomplish, you want to have success, abundance. Well, I feel like you're in your own way. You're in your own way. Now, everybody, please take what resonates. This may not resonate with everybody. This may just be for some of you. But some of you you have a mental block. Okay, you have a very bad mental block. And that's not good because the thoughts, okay, you in your head a lot. The thoughts, you are contradicting yourself, you're not trusting yourself, the thoughts, you're second guessing everything that you're doing, you're not moving, Okay, you're staying stuck. And with the Wheel of Fortune in the reverse, it's like you still have the same mindset. And what's not adding up, Taurus, like I said, this may not be for everybody, but we can all take bits and parts out of a reading and apply it to our lives. Okay, I see that you have healed. Okay, your heart is healed, but it all has to be in sync. You have to align yourself, mind, body, and soul. So even if your heart, you have forgiven a situation, or you have moved on with your heart is healed, your mind is still there. Your mind is still there, baby. Ma'am, sir, your mind is still there. Okay, you may have healed, but your mind is still in the past. Your mind, you are in a entrapment of your own psychological thoughts. Okay, you're in your own way. I don't know who they need to hear this today, but I ask Spirit Guys, God, to help you to start to reprogram your mind, reprogram your way of thinking, changing your perspective. Because even though your heart is here, but your mind is there. So therefore, you heal, but you haven't learned. You healed and you're afraid of the fear of the unknown. You heal. Your heart is healed, but your mind did not follow. You understand what I'm saying? It's just like when somebody has say for instance, I'm just using an example. Somebody that has weighed 600 pounds, okay, and they lost all the weight, but their mind did not. They did not get counseling. They did not get the things that they needed to get along with the journey of losing the weight. So therefore, you lose all the weight, but your mentality, your perspective did not change because you didn't go to counseling. And because as you notice, if you're losing a lot of weight, you got to go to counseling. You got to be able to accept the facts, accept a lot of trauma. Why did the trauma happen? Why did you gain so much? It's all a pattern. It's all a sequence. Okay, that mentally, consciously, that your mind is still in the place, even though your heart is here, but your mind is still in being traumatized in your past. So therefore you cannot see what God has for you. And so therefore you cannot see, like I said, present this is your present past, not your far out past. This is your present past. This is your now. And this is your near future. These cards here. And these cards here, it's like you can't see God's blessing. You can't see what God has for you because you are still dwelling on these cups. You're still dwelling on the things psychologically that has damaged you mentally. So therefore, you're in your energy of your power, which is Taurus, the bull. Like you don't want to be moved. You can't be moved. But in order for you to move, in order for you to see the blessings that God has for you, you must get out of your head. You must get out of your own way, because this right here is a mental blockage. Well, Miss Positive Thoughts and Energy, how do I fix it? You got to start meditating. You got to start reprogramming your mind. You're going to have to do, maybe some of you may have to go to counseling, because whatever this is, you are still traumatized, whether you realize it or not. Even though you have forgiven, or maybe you have healed your heart, but your mind is still on the place where your heart, whatever traumatized you in the past or what's going on with you, it is still there. Okay, as you see, this person's laying here in their mentally, this. Okay, that the light is on, that I feel like you're getting tired of thinking the same way and getting the same results, and that's getting nowhere. I feel like psychologically you're getting nowhere, Taurus, okay, when it comes down to your mind. Okay, your body, your heart might say, one thing, okay, but I feel like with this hurt and pain that you have endured, I feel like even though this Three of Swords here, it is still telling me that you are still stuck on people manipulating you, using you, that has abused you, used you, and manipulated you throughout your life. And so therefore, it's like it's hard for you to trust. And it's not so, yeah, trust people, but trust what you deserve, trusting that God is going to do it for you. Because here go the spirit right here. Spirit say, listen, I got this 1111 for you. I got this new abundance. I got somebody that's gonna conquer. Y'all gonna conquer a lot, gonna love you, gonna, you're gonna have the house, you're gonna have a lot of abundance, a lot of fruitfulness. But because you're in your own mindset, okay, in your own way of thinking, your own past way of thinking, from being traumatized from a lot of manipulation here in your life, so therefore you don't trust that the universe, really, this cup that is for you, is actually the real deal. So I feel like when it comes down to reality, and when it comes down to denial reality, what's real and what's not real, the conscious, the subconscious, I feel like you don't know what's real anymore. I feel as though that you can't determine what's real, what is of God, what is of the truth, what is of the light, because you have been manipulated so much. So I feel like, yeah, mentally it has you and your energy that you're not in control, and yeah, a lot of pain. The Ten of Swords here, yeah, needy energy, Queen of Wands. Okay, so that leaves you in the energy of the Emperor in the reverse, which you're not in control of your decisions, of your thoughts. Okay, it's like it just keep playing back over and over and over. It's like in your mind it keep playing back over and over. Like, I want to trust Miss Positive Thoughts energy. I want happiness. I want someone that is going to love me, but seem like everybody I love I lose. Okay, or it seems like everybody that I want is like, it's always friction. It's always something that when I'm with someone, even family, it's always a lot of tension, a lot of friction. That's because you are in your own way. Okay, we must heal psychologically, not just the heart, but we have to heal psychologically from a lot of pain. And you have been through a lot. You have endured a lot of pain. You endured a lot throughout your life. Okay, some of you could have endured a lot of pain within the last 10 years, or the first 10 years of your life, or the last 10 years of your life. Okay, you could have endured a lot of pain, a lot of backstabbing, a lot of things, just going through a lot of manipulation. And so that puts you in your head a lot. That has you psychologically in your head. You don't know what to believe. You don't know what's reality, what's the truth, what's, you know what I'm saying? Reality to truth, to reality to, what you are deserving of. And when we don't see that we are deserving of these things, as the 1111 is here, when we don't see that we're deserving of this, when God or spirit guides, whoever your higher source is trying to reach and trying to send us beautiful energy in our life and blessings in our life, we can't see it because, number one, you're too stubborn to see it. Sometimes some of you may, have this big ego that you don't see yourself, and you're just going to stick to what you think. You're going to stick to, some of you feel like you don't need to change the way you think. Okay. And I'm here to tell you because I love you. I'm here to tell you because I'm not just going to tell you what's good for you. I want you to see yourself, that you are really stunning your growth from, psychologically. Some of you need to go to counseling. Okay, you really need to go to counseling. You really need to start to meditate, do a lot of meditation, mind meditation. Okay, because if not, you're going to keep going through this cycle. This is the Wheel of Fortune in the reverse. And it's like you lay in the bed and your head just swims around and around and around. You're trying to figure it out. You keep going through the same cycle. Why do I keep getting manipulated? Why do I keep getting hurt? Why do I keep putting up with what I'm putting up? Why? And your mind is racing, your mind is racing, your mind is racing. And it's like, and then when Spirit Guys, God said, okay, I got this cup for you. I got that. You don't, that ain't for me. No, that ain't for me. No, that ain't mine. Okay? And so what happens is that with the Queen of Wands in the reverse and the Ten of Swords in the upright, what happens is that if you don't mentally connect with your mind, body, and your soul, what happens is that you're going to keep drawing lower vibration, lower entities into your life, lower vibrations into your life. And it is going to be based on neediness. It's going to be based on you're looking for something in someone when it's really all in you. See, this is where it leads to. You end up in bad relationships. You end up with a lot of manipulation, a lot of your heart being hurt, a lot of, a lot of things like that, because you're in the Queen of Wands in the reverse, which is a needy energy, because you're seeking something, because you have not actually healed psychological, you have not healed from the pain. So therefore, when you go into different relationships, or whatever relationships or different people that you meet, you're actually looking for something, but it's really all in you. You're seeking outside of you, and you get frustrated, and you get frustrated, and you said, I just don't want nothing, and nothing works out for me, nothing is for me, and you get frustrated because you're seeking outside of yourself. You're seeking and you're looking for validation outside of yourself, when in fact, in order for the manipulation to stop, in order for you to stop going through this same cycle, this karmic wheel, because the wheel of fortune is in the reverse, in order for this karmic wheel to stop, you must change your perspective. That means you're gonna have to start. You have to heal your mental. Your mentalness has to catch up with your heart. You understand? Your psychological thoughts is not aligned with your heart. And I also, Spirit guys, is bringing this to my attention, is that I feel like these swords, you got some more ways to go for these swords to come out for you to be completely healed. Okay. And I feel like with these swords here that are still here, you still got this swords that's still, let me see. If you notice the swords, let me see, the cards are really shiny. If you notice these swords, one of the swords are longer than the other. Okay. So even though the Three of Swords is in the reverse here, I feel like you still got to get these swords out. Okay. They're not aligned with each other. And I'm looking at this intuitively. I'm reading the card intuitively because it has a lot to do with your psychological, okay, your thoughts, the way that you're thinking, okay, the outdated part of yourself of how you're thinking. This is that you have not psychologically caught up with your heart, and you still have some healing to do. Okay, as you notice, this pain here is a little bit. This sword is a little longer than these two swords, so there's still some pain there. There's still something you holding on to psychological. Okay, and that will stop you from your happiness. That will stop you from, spirit guides, God trying to bring in this 1111 in your life, because I feel like no, I don't want it, because I done been disappointed, let down, cheated. I don't want it because every time I try to put trust, it fails. That's because psychologically you still are not through healing. You're getting there. You're healed, and I know they say the three of swords in the reverse is healing. Yes, but still, as I look at this card, you still with this sword is still higher than the other two swords. That means that this sword got to come on. These swords that one sword got to come on down. I feel like that could be your way, your mindset. Okay, because you do have offers, but I feel like you have offers, you have dates. Okay, maybe people want to take you out on a date. People want to offer you things, but you feel as though that you won't be successful. It's in your mind, like, no, it's not going to work out. You already have it in your mind, it's not going to work out. You already have it in your mind that it's not going to prosper. You already have it in your mind that you can't do it. I'm not going to do it. It's not going to pay off. It's not going to be. And once you create that into your memory, you're going to create that. Okay, you're going to create that. So you definitely have mentally, I feel like along your life, some of you along the journey, along your life, you were mentally abused. Some of you could have been mentally abused as a child. Some of you could have had a very mental abusive parent that always was very hard on you mentally. Some of you could have had parents that judged you, that really talked down on you. And you'd be surprised as you grow into your adulthood. As you get older, you'll be surprised of the things that you have that could be holding you back psychological. Okay, if your mind is not ready for you, and that's why your guard is up. That's why your guard is so up. You don't have a fence around you. You have a wall around you. Okay, so it's like if anybody come or if somebody start to tap into the side that is normal, you're going to put your guard up and you're going to fight back quick. Okay, you're not. It's like no negotiation. Yeah, when it comes down to communication, no negotiation. You see what I'm saying? I feel like here, Taurus, I feel like, with the communication, and I feel like you leave people before they get a chance to leave you. I feel like you hurry up and back out of things before. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot of communication, and you're already defensive, already get your guard up. A lot of communication, and I feel like you walk out before you even give the other person a chance. You already done tapped out. Okay, and that's your defense mechanism, I'm gonna get you before you get me. Okay, and I really feel like that that's a lot of regret there. And the moon is dark. This is a darkness about. This is something dark, something that you something in your past. Okay, something in your past that is very dark, okay, that you regret, that happened. Something in your past happened that was very dark. Okay, it could be why this is going on with you psychological. I really advise you, whoever you are, this may not resonate with everybody, but I really advise you to do counseling, get counseling. Um, to help you with this. I don't know if you was abandoned when you were young, you was left out in the cold, but there is some regret, and you have the moon card behind it, and the moon is fear. Okay. Also, like I said, with the regret card and the moon card, that's fear. I feel like psychological is a lot of fear behind you moving forward, or a fear and illusion, okay, that you have put in your mind that is entrapping you psychologically. Okay. Um, and I feel like mentally you need to, not. I'm not saying that. I ain't saying nothing about being crazy or anything like that. I'm just saying psychologically, so that you can heal from this trauma, so that you can be able to, move forward and live the best version of your life. You understand? And so, with this Seven of Pentacles here in the reverse, you have put so much into things and never got it back. And so I feel like, you could have recently met someone. Okay, you could have met someone also. I'm picking up the energy here, Taurus, maybe 8 days ago, 8 weeks ago. Okay, eight is very significant, and I feel like you got very defensive and you left this person. Okay, and I feel like this person's energy is like, golly, it wasn't that serious. Somebody could have said wasn't that serious. This is a fresh energy, Taurus, that you just automatically went in defense mode. Yeah, I mean, when I tell you automatically went in defense mode, and you stopped it. It's like, I'm gonna go ahead and end this before they try to, end it with me. And it's like you get very, very defensive, very easily, and that has a lot with the protection of your mind, of where your mental state is at. Okay, I feel like also, Taurus, you get turned off easily. Okay, you get turned off very easily by someone. Okay, I feel like this is somebody that you could have met between 4 to 8 weeks ago, 4 to 8 days ago, and maybe there was some communication, some back and forth that went on, and you boom left them out in the cold. And I feel like with this Page of Cups in the reverse, Taurus, you get turned off real fast. It's like you very nonchalant. Okay, it's almost like you have a on and off switch, Taurus. You have an on and off switch, and you can't go through life like that. I feel like it's easier. It's what spirit guides is telling me, Taurus. It's easier for you not to deal with it and just leave the person, let the person go on with their life, and for you to just, sit in your own stillness of stubbornness. Okay, I feel like you feel as though that it's not worth fighting for, and so therefore, when you have words with somebody, you just automatically you just don't even think nothing else about it. You just don't see them. That you get turned off very easily. And I feel like, it is definitely because of the fear of the unknown. You may have Scorpio in your chart somewhere, Taurus, or this could have been a Scorpio, Cancer, Pisces. I feel like also you felt that this person may have had some secrets that you didn't know about, and you automatically cut them out. But I feel like your tolerance is zero. I feel like you have no tolerance, and it's not justifying that you really need to come out of this karmic wheel, okay? Because you're still going through a karmic. This is a karmic wheel. That's not, you're not even, you're not moving. You got to get out your head. You got to learn your lesson. You got to change your mind, change your perspective on your life. And that way, when you change your mind, when you change your perspective, it's going to automatically, your heart is going to be in sync with it. When you begin to think different, think different psychologically, talk it out, the trauma, whatever you've been through, I promise you, your heart will follow with your mind. Okay, your mind gonna follow your heart. It's all gonna become as one, and therefore this wheel is going to start to turn in your favor, and you'll be able to start to move in the direction that God can bless you. A lot of people don't see their blessings because they're not changing their perspective of how they see their life. Okay, so therefore anybody and everybody that comes into your life, because you have been manipulated and been mentally abused, psychologically, okay, some of you physically, but you have been through this all your life, that people that comes towards you, your defense, that masculine energy pops up in you. Remember, we all are energy, okay? Masculine, feminine energy, and bottle. You could be a woman embodied in a masculine embodied in feminine, how it goes, And so therefore that is your defense mechanism, that you can cuss somebody out, they can cuss you out, you can have communication, you drop them like a diamond on, and you get turned off real quick. And that's your protection that you have used for so long. But in fact, it is, you're not it's almost like you run, you're not willing to try to work on things. You're so quick to run in your shell, or run away from the situation, instead of, regardless if this is someone that you're going to be with or not, you have to learn to learn how to talk and resolve things, because it will give you closure whether you're going to be with the person or not. And I feel like that's a lot of things that you got to work on as well. It's a lot of trauma. Your mind has to catch up with your heart. And I advise whoever is listening to me on the sound of my voice that you can get some counseling or do some meditation. Just try your best to take one day at a time. Take one day at a time and change a little bit of things at a time of your way of thinking, and work on, because these are deep wounds. Okay, this is nothing fresh up out of the gutter. This is deep wounds. This is something you have been through in your past. Okay, and it has to. You can't keep sweeping it up under the rug. It has to be dealt with in order for you to move towards your fulfilled life. I am Positive Thoughts and Energy, Taurus. I love you guys. And my words of encouragement to you is that Spirit Guides, God wants to bless you with something beautiful, with whatever that is. If it's not love, happiness, house, just a lot of, even good health, good mentalness. But sometimes we all have to update our software psychologically. And a lot of times we get mentally stuck. There's a mental blockage that is going on in your life. Somewhere in your head there's a mental block, and we got to get that out of there. We got to get this block, this mental block undone. Okay, so look more into that for me, whoever's listening. Under the sound of my voice, I send healing your way. I ask Spirit Guides, God, to shift your perspective on life, and know that everyone is not out to get you, and that you can always talk, and not run. I feel like you've been running all your life. You've been running from situations. It doesn't matter what it is. You don't face it, and you need to start facing things. I love you guys. Until next time, Taurus.